So you've spent years building your skills, you've polished your resume until it shines, and you finally hit apply on that dream job. And then, nothing, just crickets. What gives? Well, if you're feeling qualified but somehow getting overlooked, you're going to want to stick around. We're about to dig into the one mistake that's probably holding you back, and, way more importantly, how to fix it for good.
Okay, let's just be real for a second. Go ahead, picture your resume. Is it packed with words like managed, developed, or my personal favorite, results-driven? If you're kind of nodding your head right now, don't worry, you are not alone. But here's the thing, you're also not standing out. So let's change that, starting right now.
So what is this whole blending in problem anyway? Honestly, it's probably the #1 reason that really talented people get passed over for jobs they could totally crush. And I promise you, it has almost nothing to do with your actual skills or your experience. It's all about how you're telling your story. So let's get to the bottom of it.
You know, here's the hard truth. Your resume probably isn't bad. It's just kind of boring. It reads like a laundry list of all the tasks you've ever done, not a compelling story about the impact you actually made. And when a hiring manager is staring at a pile of 100 resumes, indistinguishable might as well mean invisible.
And listen, we all fall into these traps. It's so easy to do. We use the same tired old verbs we found on some career blog, we list the same generic responsibilities that were in the job description, and we use these totally meaningless phrases like results-driven. I mean, what does that even mean, really? It tells a hiring manager absolutely nothing, and it's a one-way ticket to the no thank you pile.
So how do we escape this resume trap? Well, it starts with a major shift in perspective. To win the game, you've got to understand how the game is actually played. So let's try to put ourselves in the hiring manager's shoes for a minute and see what they're really looking for.
All right, you ready for a little dose of reality? Because the way you think your resume is being judged is probably a million miles away from what's actually happening behind the scenes. It's time to pull back the curtain.
And this is it. This is the big one. We get so obsessed with matching every single keyword in the job description, but we forget who our real competition is. The hiring manager isn't just holding a checklist against your resume. No, they're holding a stack of resumes from 20 other people who have the exact same job title as you. The job description just gets your foot in the door. It's not what wins you the job.
So, if keywords and a list of your tasks aren't the answer, then what is? Well, it's time to unleash your secret weapon. The one thing that is 100% uniquely yours, your judgment. Let's talk about how to find it, how to frame it, and how to show it off.
Just think about it for a second. Anybody can write on their resume that they led a project, but can you tell the story of how you navigated a really tough trade-off to save it from going off the rails? Or what about that time you stepped up and solved a problem that nobody else even wanted to touch? These moments, these are little windows into how you think, and that is what hiring managers are absolutely desperate to see.
So from this moment on, let's stop thinking of our resume as just a to-do list of our past jobs. Think of it as your highlight reel. It's a portfolio of proof that shows you're not just a doer, you're a thinker. You're someone who can be trusted when things get messy and complicated.
Okay, so you're on board. You get the theory. This show-don't-tell thing makes sense, but how do you actually find those little golden nuggets in your own career? Don't worry, I've got a super simple, really powerful tool that's going to help with that.
You ready to do a little digging? This isn't about making stuff up. It's about a simple process to unearth the hidden gems in your career history that are going to make you totally shine. It's time to find those stories you've forgotten to tell.
All right, let's get practical. It's just 3 simple steps. First, just brain dump your entire career history. No filter, just get it all down. Second, start hunting for those standout moments. Look for the messy stuff. You know, the time you had to make a big call with almost no data, or when you decided to delay a launch to fix a critical bug. That is a trade-off story. And third, analyze that story. What was the real skill? It wasn't just project management. It was making strategic decisions under pressure. See the difference?
This whole process, this digging for stories, it all leads us to one final game-changing question. You ready for the ultimate resume litmus test? This single question is going to change the way you write every single bullet point from now on. Just let that sink in for a second. When things got complicated, when the path forward wasn't clear, were you the person people came to, the one they trusted to figure it out, even if it wasn't technically your job? That trust, that's the ultimate signal of your value, and it's what you've got to capture on paper.
So here's the bottom line. Stop talking about what you did and start showing them why you are the one who was trusted to do it. That right there, that's the evidence of your judgment, and that is the secret to standing out in a sea of other qualified people.
At the end of the day, your resume is so much more than a piece of paper. It's your professional story. So, what story do you want to tell? A generic one about your tasks and duties, or a really compelling one about trust and insight and judgment? The choice is yours. Now go out there and tell a great one.